This is a review of the Edgenuity lesson, solving for side lengths of right triangles. Make sure that if you don't have this written down, I know I talked about this in the last lesson, but go ahead and write there, SOHCAHTOA. Remember, that's the little phrase to help us remember how to set up our trig ratios. So sine of an angle is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine of an angle is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent of an angle is opposite over adjacent. In the Edgenuity video, I saw that they have you solve for the same thing a couple of times. You only have to solve it once. So meaning if you get the answer, you don't have to do it again using a different trig ratio. So for example, on this first one, example 1, it says find the length of D. So we are given 30 degrees here as our reference angle. So we're going to use that 30 degrees. So if that's the angle that we're talking about, we have to decide, what do we have here? They gave us one and we're looking for one. So we have to decide, are those the opposite, the adjacent, or the hypotenuse side? So think in your head what you think this side is. So it's all the way across from 30. So that means they gave us the opposite side length. And we are looking for the hypotenuse. Anything that's across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. So now, from this information, we have opposite. We're looking for hypotenuse. Of these three trig functions up here, which one has the O and the H? That'd be the one with the S. So that means to solve this, we have to use sine. So sine of our angle, which is 30 degrees, equals opposite 76 over hypotenuse D. Now, never a good idea to have a variable in the denominator. So first I need to deal with that. I need to get the D out of the denominator. So the opposite of dividing by D is just multiplying by D. So those cancel. And I have D times sine of 30 degrees equals 76. Now this sine 30 is just a number. It's a value that you get in your calculator, which I'll show you how to do here in a second. So if I want to get D by itself and I have D times sine 30, I just undo that by dividing both sides by sine of 30 degrees. Those cancel and I get D by itself. So what I'm going to do on my calculator is I'm going to first make sure that I'm in degree mode. I am. And if you're not sure how to check that on your calculator, I'm sure you can just Google the name of your calculator and ask how to put it in degree mode. So all we have is we have 76 divided by sine of 30 degrees. And it's just a value, 152. 152 feet. Okay, for the next one, we have a story problem. It says, you are 45 feet from a tree, and the angle of elevation from the ground to the top of the tree is 59 degrees. Find the height of the tree. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to sketch this out. So here you are, or we are, I guess. And we are 45 feet from a tree. That's my best tree. The angle of elevation from the ground to the top of the tree is 59 degrees. Find the height of the tree. Okay, so we got a right angle box there. Okay, so let's look at our reference angle. It's right here, 59 degrees. Now let's fill in what those sides are called. So is it the opposite, the adjacent, or the hypotenuse? So this one, that's all the way across from X. This is our opposite. Opposite the right angle right here, this is the hypotenuse. So we don't need any information here though. But 5 feet here, this is our adjacent side. So we're looking for opposite and we have adjacent. So I've highlighted the O and the A. So which of the trig functions has the O and the A? That one, tangent, TOA. So that means we have to use tangent to solve this. I'm going to say tangent of 59 degrees, which is just a value, equals opposite over adjacent. So to get x by itself, this is x divided by 45. I'm just going to multiply both sides by 45. Those cancel. And then this is just a value that you get from your calculator. So I'm going to go 45 times tangent of 59 degrees. So I'll round it to the nearest tenth. So 74.9 feet is how tall that tree is.